Hey guys, so we were lucky enough to get a Nintendo Switch in the No office. Nintendo sent us one a little bit early.
How early?
Well, the Switch comes out on the 3rd.
The
so
3rd.
yeah, so we got a couple of weeks.
8 months early. That's how fast we got it. We're on the list.
Brittany's the best at math.
I am. Calendar math.
So we figured in case anyone is still deciding whether they want to buy one or see what it's going to look like when you actually get this thing, we're going to do a deboxinating video.
Spoiler alert, if you haven't already bought one, you can't. So, suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah, but round 2.
Round 2?
Okay, round 3. Let's get to the fun part, which is the console itself. All right, thank you, Vanna.
There you go.
I wonder how many people remember Vanna White? Do you remember Vanna White? Okay, all right. Okay, people know.
She's still working.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't watch TV.
It's when you're sick. It's part of the sick.
The thing you do when you get sick. Everyone knows Vanna White from when they're sick. Okay, so here we go.
So we got the blue and red one, clearly.
Yes. So we're gonna open this thing.
Now, as someone who is a Nintendo novice, Ashley Jenkins, are there different kinds of Nintendo Switches with different options, such as memory, etc.?
So they all, thank you, Burnie. Let me tell you. So the Nintendo Switch comes with 32 gigabytes of onboard memory for downloadable games and that sort of thing. You're gonna need an SD card if you want to buy anything digital. I think Breath of the Wild alone, if you download it, is like something like 13 gigabytes, and you don't get the use of the full 32 gigabytes because of the system memory that it's going to take up on its own. So if you buy digital, get an SD card, go shopping and find that sweet spot for price and size, but just plan on getting one of those. If you buy physical, got your cartridges, you're good. Okay, here we go.
Okay, so we already have information here. They tell you how to set it up and everything, and how to charge it, or plug it in, excuse me.
Step 1, plug it in. Step 2, set it up. Step 3, have fun. It doesn't actually say that part.
Doesn't say have fun.
Really
it says it's a guy on the phone with tech support. So.
Well, here's the thing. It goes like this. 1, 2, switch. Yeah, they're gonna be doing a lot of that.
Nice.
Okay, so here we have it opened up. This is what it looks like on top.
Tiny.
They're little, teeny tiny. The Joy-Cons individually are quite small. So here is.
By the way,
here's the blue one.
I want to point out this red is pretty fluorescent.
That's like a neon orange almost.
Let's compare it to the front of the box real quick. I guess it kind of matches up, but man, I was not anticipating that.
So this is a red. This is more of an orange red. So be prepared for that. Red versus blue. Red versus blue. This is not.
Church versus Griff. That's what that is. A little bit of a lighter blue.
Okay, here we have the Switch itself. It was nice. It was right on top in its little plastic sleeve. Really lovely. So this is the Nintendo Switch. This is its size in all its glory.
I feel like a giant holding this thing. I mean, this is...
Well, honestly, like, I have tiny hands, and even for my hands, this feels quite small.
It's the size of my thumb, basically. I mean, it's close.
When you do this, like, it's really tiny, but I feel like we should point out that this isn't the ideal way of controlling stuff, but if you're out and about and you want to do multiplayer, this is actually a pretty amazing thing to have.
Well, in the announcement video, they showed something that I thought was pretty relevant to my life, which is they showed someone setting it up on an airplane tray table.
Right.
You know, the seat back tray, which is like, if you've ever flown, you know, there's no friggin' room to do anything there. But someone could bust out and have a mini console
like this,
set up like that. Okay, so here's the Switch unit itself.
And this is what it looks like setting up. It's got a little, it's got a tiny port on the back that will just slide open. It's very delicate, actually. It feels delicate. Don't break this, but...
Let me see. Yeah, delicate's a word.
Delicate's a word. So that is going to that's going to get broken by a lot of people very quickly. It's also worth noting, do you want to close in on this? This stand is also where the micro SD card goes in.
Okay.
And I should specify, it's not just an SD card. You need a micro SD card. So they run a little bit more expensive.
They make those bad boys up to like 512 gigs now.
And then here's the game card goes up here.
This is the controller. It's got the YX AB buttons. It's got a home button right here. Then on the top, I don't even know you can see because they're so small. This is an SL and SR button. So shoulder left, shoulder right, and then it's also got the ZR button here, which is a holdover from the configuration, and then it has the right shoulder button as well. Now this is also a button. This little plus is a button, and on the blue one, it's a minus, mainly to distinguish between the controllers that look very different, but I guess on the black one, it's more important. There's a little tab here on the side that has the arrows pointing down.
Just a little bit.
It's like a little slot.
It's very easy to slide on. You just take it and...
Are we live, or is this recorded?
This is recorded.
I got it, okay. And that one's on. Can't believe I'm putting on red. That's off-brand for me. There you go.
And
looks
so
good.
This is the handheld version.
It
So
looks
this is, like, on the
significantly
go.
less orange on the actual unit itself, as weird as that sounds.
It does. Maybe when it's in context with other stuff.
Yeah.
And you're still not going to worry about losing this one.
Can I see it for now size? So this actually feels totally substantial to me. Like for someone my size, this feels totally appropriate.
Right.
Feels bigger than like a PSP by a good bit. It feels good.
Like it doesn't feel cramped in any way.
No, that feels good.
Just wait until you see the 720p screen.
Oh, can't wait.
Yeah. So this is what this looks like all on its own. Now we'll get out some more stuff.
Okay, that's all cardboard.
And then we get down to the nitty gritty. We got the pretty stuff out of the way.
All the stuff you never read.
Let's get out the stand.
Let's do that. Here you go. I'll get the
So
rest
the
of it.
stand here is in this one corner.
Oh, this will be interesting in a moment.
Yes. Well,
I'm gonna-
one thing at a time. You got slow roll it. Slow roll the deboxinating. So this is the stand itself. So you're able to take these off quite easily. Actually, this popped on. Oh, the release. So that's interesting to note. Okay, so I hadn't locked it on for the first time. There's a tiny button here in the back.
Uh-huh,
There's a
yes.
tiny button, and you actually pop that in, and then it releases the Joy-Cons to slide off the unit. Which
Ma-
I guess is nice because that way you're not sliding it off all the time.
A couple things I want to point out about the stand. It does have a power indicator on it. Has 2 USB ports on the side. And then if you're a cable maintenance freak like I am, you'll like this. It has a hatch on the back, which this is how you plug in the HDMI.
Oh, that's great.
AC adapter. Everything routes out through this one port on the side. And then it conveniently closes
Like-
up for cable management.
Nice and clean.
Really nice. It's a good stand. This is good. Let's see here. Feels pretty stable. Probably be more stable with the unit in it.
Okay, well, so this is what it looks like when it slides in.
How's it feel?
Good, it just, I can't tell if it's locked. Is it locked?
Okay, well that's not great.
Okay.
Let me try it to see. Let's see how it feels. Because I like the tactile. Oops. No, power it on. Sorry, Ashley. Keep getting ahead. No, that felt good to me. It doesn't. There's not like a click or
Yeah,
anything
it's
like
not
that.
gonna like thunk in or anything.
But
You drop it in, but it feels like it goes in very smoothly. It goes into where it's supposed to be.
So I'm trying to set it in from the side. I can
And it
just
just
do
like
that.
slides in,
Yeah.
which is great.
No worries.
And it's also interesting to this is a USB-C, which we've known about in the specs that it's going to be USB-C. So it's another universal standard. It's not going to be like the 3DS where it's got the proprietary charger that's a pain in the butt if you
Right.
lose it and then you have to go get another one. And you have to get a dedicated cable. This is a new standard, so that's going to be really great.
So there it is.
So there's that.
So this would be the unit that would sit connected via HDMI from those ports I showed you in the back. This would be the unit that's connected to a monitor television.
All right, now let's put these into the controller. So this is like that. It clicks in, really easy, again. You know exactly where, well, like what goes in where quite intuitively. Now it's all locked in, and this is the controller. This is the puppy dog.
Okay, once again, we have these 4 LEDs now are prominently displayed here. I really do think that's for charge more than anything else.
Yeah, so you get an idea like how long you've got on the controller and so on. Now you can buy another one of these
Super easy.
Joy-Con docks that that will also like charge, well, like you can plug in and charge while you're playing. This one does not do that. By default, it doesn't, but you can buy one that does.
Yep.
And what all this also doesn't come with is the Pro controller. That's also a separate purchase, and that's like $70. Not that it's stopping anyone from buying them.
Would you say that the buttons on these are smaller than DS buttons?
No, not smaller than DS buttons, but they're not much bigger than DS
Okay.
buttons.
Okay. You use the DS way more than I do.
Yeah, it's roughly equivalent, maybe a little bit bigger. It's not the size of button that you would expect on a normal full-grown controller. Do you want to grab one of the Xbox One controller and
Yeah.
PS4 controller from the bottom shelf over there? It's behind.
Got it.
Okay, great. So we can at least see the size of the native controllers up against each other.
Xbox
So here's
One, PS4.
Xbox One, PS4. The PS4 might be hard to see because we have a black table.
Look at this.
And
Do this.
this. So that way you can see it's narrower, taller, really no surprise to anybody.
But a lot closer to size than I expected.
But the buttons on this and like the joysticks and everything are all much smaller on the Switch.
The sticks in particular, you will notice the difference in the size of the sticks. And
Let's put this one up.
the sticks are convex, they're not concave. The Xbox One controller, at least the ones I use, are concave, and the PS4 are convex to come out.
Yeah, so these pop out a little bit from the center, so they're much closer to the PS4 controller that way.
So you may prefer one or the other. All right, next thing in the box are these guys.
Yep. So these are the
these
wrist grips.
So this is when you want to play one of their standalone games, like the cow milking game or the draw.
All the 1-2 switch stuff. So again, you just push the button and it slides out really easy. It won't slide out if you don't push it. Okay. So you have to release it, which is good because you don't want them sliding around if you don't mean to slide them around.
Also, I should note that these little lanyards or whatever you want to call them, they actually do have the plus and minus symbol on them, right? On yours?
Oh yeah, they do. So this is the plus.
No wait, so this has a plus too. Oh, it's got a plus and minus on both sides.
Okay.
So
that makes
minus
sense.
here and a
just,
plus here.
It's just where you match it up, I guess. So you can put it on either one. There you go. Match up the minus. That was really easy and straightforward. And now there's this. So now it's got.
I'm having difficulty. Ms. Jenkins, can I get some help with mine? So there it goes.
There
right?
you go.
But
yeah. Did you match up the pluses? So you'll have the pluses
Wait.
matched on the front. So here's
No.
match
Look.
the minuses, and you screwed it all up.
I did.
How did you manage to do that?
I don't know. I
It's
tried
a
hard.
Nintendo. It's a Nintendo product. I don't know how you could do that.
Well, it was geometry and space. Uh-oh, did I get stuck?
What did you do?
Well, you can get it stuck apparently. Here, I got it.
Do you got it?
It went too far this way. Uh-oh. This thing is actually stuck on here. It went on super easy, honestly. Yeah, this thing is jammed on here. Oh, wait. I think that lock was for the lanyard. I legitimately don't know how to get this off. That's
All right,
not
let's
good.
see this. That's bad.
It went on
That's
super
bad.
easy. Yeah.
Everything else well designed, but give it to Burnie and he can break it.
I mean, I broke it in 2 seconds. That's actually broken.
Yay!
God.
Okay, wow, that was close.
Just breathe a sigh of relief.
Holy moly. Okay, so then this
not
goes like
broken,
this.
but not broken, but watch it.
But yeah, but you can put it on wrong for sure. You can definitely put it on wrong.
It's it does give you guides, but it doesn't stop you from messing it up.
And part of it too is we were not familiar with the way it goes on, and we didn't read the instructions. So
There we go.
although it is
Now-
weird to have hardware that connects together and it can connect together in the wrong way. That's strange to me.
Okay, so do those make it easier for you to hold in your hands? You said they were smaller
Oh.
before. Are the buttons easier to
Yeah.
get to? Does everything make it simpler
Now-
to play? Because
I don't-
that is intended to play solo like that too.
Right now,
So I don't know if you can hear Kdin, but Kdin is asking whether or not having, what is this thing called?
The wrist strap.
The wrist strap. So having the wrist strap on, does it make it easier for me and my, very
Adult
masculine
hands.
hands here? And in answer to her question, no, it does not.
So there's a difference though in how you hold this one. So this one is generally
Feels about the
intended
same.
for like 1-2 switch, and in that case you're not like a lot of those games. You're not holding them like this. You're holding them like this. You're doing something active with them. This is like the more motiony control part, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So like for example, the cow milking game. You're supposed to there are these buttons on the top. See the buttons here, and then you take one button, you take the other button, and you like push one and then the other, and then you like do movements.
Those are the L and R buttons.
Yes.
Yeah, the L and R, it's just an extension
So-
that comes through the wrist strap.
Yeah. So it replaces these when you put it on. Replace.
If there's one thing I never do with Nintendo products, it's use the wrist strap. I never ever do it. And that's why I've
You like to
broken
live
stuff
on the
with my
edge.
Wii. Whoa.
Okay. So what else this does? These little shoulder buttons replace the shoulder buttons on here.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. I have to
They're-
say, so far, the thing that's hardest to do is use these little guys.
Yeah, I would agree. They don't. So the controller, these slip in really nicely.
Yep.
On the Switch itself, they
It's
slip
also
in
really
really
clear
smoothly.
which way
but
they're
these
supposed to go in.
ones, there's
Wow.
a lot. There's more of a jerking. It almost feels like you're forcing it a little. Let's look at what else is in the box. Here's the.
We'll reconstruct this.
This is this is the like less glamorous part of the deboxinating, but here's the power cable. So it has. It doesn't have an external power brick, but this is pretty significant.
Yeah, but I'm cool with that.
It's fine. It's fine. It's just know that it's big. You're gonna need to make sure it has enough space in your surge protector or what have you.
Which the design of that, it is as thin
It
as
doesn't
a
have
regular
huge,
plug.
Yeah, it doesn't have a huge footprint. It just sticks out quite a bit.
Looks
So-
like they turned the 3DS one sideways.
They turned the 3DS one sideways.
It does
A
look-
little
saying.
bit thicker, but
Yeah.
So if you have one of those power strips where it's vertical like that, this is going to be your last space. But if they're the kind that go to the side, this would be perfectly
yes,
fine.
not taking up a ton of extra space that is annoying.
Can I give a recommendation? A little bit of a life hack, if you will. You can order from Amazon little power cords that
Little
are
squids?
little extension cords that are this long, and they're great because then you don't have like 8 unused ports on your power protector.
Okay, now we
Your
also
surge protector, I should say.
because Nintendo is one of the great hardware providers, the HDMI cable comes in the box, which is great. So it's very easy. You've got
As it should.
got your power. You've got USB. You got your HDMI out, and it's all provided. It's all there, ready for you to go.
Question is, which is the most comfortable configuration of the controllers? This is the most comfortable configuration of me so far. On the actual
Second-
game itself, I would
Second
say
to the
second.
gamepad.
Yeah.
I'd say this is the most comfortable. The attached to the Switch itself is the second most comfortable, and then a distant third is with the wrist straps.
Now, one of the things I do want to point out about our discussion of the power brick
It's very clean. So here you go.
is that this is a decent sized power brick or plug, but it does end in a USB-C port. So I'm thinking
You can probably just use a USB-C cable.
you can plug in pretty much anything into that. You, you maybe could even plug a USB into another device that's in your
Right? Like if you
entertainment
need to
console.
charge something else that's USB-C. So that's pretty handy. Again, this is what it looks like.
I'm saying
That-
you might not need this at all.
It's true.
Yeah, we could try it and see. We'll try hooking it up to like a laptop or something and see if we can power it through that.
Closes up, and there you go.
We can get to hear the wonderful startup sound. Everyone
Well-
excited about the startup sound? I'm excited about the startup sound.
Put these on.
Ash, you excited about
so
the
this
starter
is
sound?
this is giving us. I'm excited about the starter sound. I'm excited about this whole thing. So it's instructing us to slip these on.
Oh, look at that!
I want to make the little.
Heard a little
Ready?
snap.
I can't.
You can't snap?
I can't snap good.
Oh, so here we go. Got it.
Thank you. Okay, so first up is language selection. So
How about
we're-
if I hold it and you can run it? Does that
Okay.
help?
Yeah. So English language selection is what we're gonna go with.
Don't.
Region, the Americas, although it's nice to note that this is region free now, so if you get some crazy Japanese games, you can play them. So as long as you speak Japanese. All right, so there's an end user license agreement that no one reads. We're gonna do what everyone else does and skip right through it.
Signed away the company.
I did, and I'm not sorry about it. It was worth it.
Sorry, Let's Play Network.
So the next thing it does is it immediately looks for
Oh, we probably shouldn't show our Wi-Fi networks.
network. We're not going to show the password, but
That's how they greet
okay.
me.
So now we're connecting to the internet.
Now, place your bets. Is there an update?
Successfully connected. That was really straightforward and easy.
And this is a touch screen, we should point out.
This is a touch screen, yes. Where are we? We're located in. I guess we have to select Chicago.
Oh,
I
it's
hate
the
it when I
worst.
have to
It's
select
the worst.
Chicago. Don't you know?
No respect. What's in Chicago? Bad pizza.
Would we like to
Greg
connect to
Miller.
Jerks. Would you like to connect to a TV and play on a larger screen? So we can either go through the connected TV stuff now, but we'll do it later. And you have the opportunity to just start it out in handheld mode on its own. So now
Say,
it says-
Ashley, I have a question about the Nintendo Switch.
Tell me more, Burnie.
Does
What's the
it come
question?
with a stylus? Because I noticed some of the touch buttons were pretty small there.
No.
No. No stylus.
No stylus. At the top here, there's the game card slot. There's a headphone jack,
We're a real headphone jack.
an actual headphone jack. It's not a Brave headphone jack.
It's
like
not courageous. No, no
courageous.
courage in the Nintendo Switch design.
The speakers up here. And then there's a volume control and the power button.
Just out of curiosity, can you change the volume just a tad and see where we are currently in volume? Because it
Yeah,
feels
so
pretty good.
Volume, we're
pretty close to the top.
We're maxed out on volume by default.
We're pretty close to
So
the top.
If it's picking up, it's because it's on max volume.
But
So
we
now
are at
this
the
is
top.
instructing me to detach the Joy-Con controllers. I'll do anything you tell
So
me.
this is a portable unit and with a very nice screen, and we all have devices that we've dropped before. Taking these things off is probably recommended to be done inside the dock, right? Because you have to like wrangle these two Switch controllers on the side and then when you're done with one, you've got to hold it in your hand. So.
Not necessarily, but we can try really quickly. We can put these back on if you want, and try.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying. I'm just noting it's something to be aware of. With
We'll try that in a minute. How about that? So this is really just walking you through the different ways it can be used. You can use the back as a stand. That you can hold it in your hands. That you can use the controller side by side. Now we have the option to set an icon and nickname, but we will do Yoshi, and we'll do a green background. How about that?
I love it.
Okay. My user is going to be.
So let's try this. Now, is this username that you're typing in unique to the Nintendo network as a whole?
So this is a nickname, and this can be changed at any time. This is like your local on-console nickname. You do have a Nintendo network ID and a user ID that can be part of that. You can actually, if you have a Nintendo account already, you can go in and you can set your nickname, and that is the user ID that you set in your Nintendo account settings is unique. It has to be unique.
Now,
hey, did you just erase and put? Oh, you added a user.
I did not. So you can add up to 8 users during this part of the process. And I went ahead and while Ashley was talking to you, and I added myself in.
Great. Okay, so now we're good. Configure. There are all kinds of parental controls. We're gonna skip it because we're big kids. You hear that?
It feels good.
This is the home screen. This is news. This at the moment this shows the games you have available, like a quick launch menu. And right now we've only got Zelda Breath of the Wild, so that's what it shows there. But there's also there's a Nintendo eShop that you'll be able to check out. There's albums of screenshots and such. You can manage your controllers, you can manage your system settings, and then you can manage your power, your sleep mode. You can put this thing to sleep anytime and send it to live on a farm. So we're going to be doing an awful lot more of these videos with the games and everything when the Switch actually comes out and when the embargoes lift. But hopefully this gives you a really good idea of what the Nintendo Switch is hardware-wise, how it all works together, and how you switch things back and forth. And
Want to show you? We start a game here, and the nice thing is when you start a game, it asks you, who do you want to play as? So, Jinx, do you want to start playing Zelda?
Let's play Zelda.
All right, there you go. That'll still be a video for next time. You think we'll show Zelda?
Yeah, we're gonna do some gameplay of Zelda and of all of the launch day games. In fact, on the 3rd, on that Friday, we're planning on doing a full day stream of all the different games that are available at launch. So, one of the things that you want if you buy a console at launch is you want to get enough games to make it worth the investment. So we're gonna stream a bunch of different games so people can decide what they want to give a go.
All right, cool.
All right, that was really
That was
easy.
awesome. It's a good device. Only drawback so far is this. Other than that, everything feels great. Could be a little bit bigger, but it's a portable device. Feels solid to me.
Yeah, it's not pocket friendly, so it's a little, as a portable device, it can be considered lacking in that regard. It'd be nice if this had a case, but I'm sure there will be plenty of third-party ones.
I was gonna say, the guts of this thing, the core of it, feel really good and look really good. If that's the case, everything else around it can get better over time.
Exactly.
Cool.
Great. Well, let us know what you think if you're planning on picking up the Switch, got it pre-ordered, and what we should play on the launch day stream.
And if you have a Switch and you don't want it, just send it.
Send it over.
Do it.
We can use all the Switches in the world.